Hello, and happy holidays, everyone. In this video today, I am decorating my RV for Christmas. And what you see here is what I call my mantle. It's actually more of a shelf or a ledge. When I moved into the RV, the entertainment center, the space for the television was so small, my television would not fit in it. And I also wanted a place where I could display family photos and things like that. So I ended up demoing a good portion of the entertainment center in the RV, and I put up this what I'm going to call a mantle. You'll hear me refer to it as a mantle. And I am just cleaning it up and getting it ready to decorate for the holidays. And what you just saw, what I did with that roll of paper towels, I actually got that tip from another YouTuber. And for upper cabinets or higher shelving, they had shown how they used a roll of paper towels and they'd roll it out to cover those upper areas so that when it came time to dust, they could just pull the old paper towel up and then replace it with new. And it definitely has helped eliminate some of the time I've spent dusting this mantle, and I do like that tip a lot. What I'm pulling out now is a garland. It's a pretty oak garland. It is a lighted garland. But I'd pulled out my Christmas stuff and realized I had lost a lot of my Christmas decor due to water damage. And I ended up finding two of these older garlands, and they're both lighted or lit garlands, and I'm using it just to kind of add some lighting up there on the mantle to hopefully help the decor kind of pop out a little bit more, emphasize it, I guess, and just have some Christmas lights up there. So um, I'm just spreading it out, and I'll keep some of my family photos still up there, but try to also add in the Christmas decor I want to have up there. Now the sign that's there, it's an old chalkboard, and I'd gotten it from my daughter, and I'd written Merry Christmas. And one thing my mom used to always say is that when she sees Xmas written somewhere, that it to her it is Xing out Christ. Uh, in the word Christmas. So that's always stuck with me, and which is why I wrote it the way that I did, Merry Christmas, and emphasized the T as a cross. Okay, and then what you'll see now is I've moved to the slide, above the slide where my couch sits, and I'm just cleaning that up, and I'm going to add that second garland that I found, that pre-lit garland. And I didn't realize it at the time while I was doing it. Once I put the garland up, I guess the video had stopped, but I'd added some decor items up there as well. Basically just some simple things I already had on hand, which were pine cones, a little twig wreath, and an ornament that's too large for the tree that I have now. So now I did end up having to get a new Christmas tree. I purchased it from Walmart, and it was $69, and it's called a cashmere fir. And I'd never had one of those before, or even seen one set up that I could recall. But when I pulled it out, I actually like the way that it looks. It's not flocked, but it's not like that deep green. It's still green, but the tips of it have just a very slight whitening color. And I like the way it looks. It looks a little softer than just the harsh, fully green trees. But of course, Major's there thinking he's being helpful. But I'm setting up the tree now, and I'm fast forwarding it to save you some of the time that it takes me to put it together. Of course, the tree is pre-lit, so each tower or section I add to it, I'm having to plug in the lights from one section to the next. Now, once I do get the tree up, I ended up waiting until my grandsons were here one night, and my youngest grandson helped me decorate it. And I'm not showing his face in the video, but just a little clip of him putting some of the ornaments on for me. But yeah, I let him put up the ornaments, or put the ornaments on the tree, and then later I went in and added some other decor just to kind of dress it up a little bit more. But That's why you'll see the small clip of him putting the ornaments on. And I don't know if I've said it in any of my previous videos, but I have not shared that I'm on YouTube with anyone yet. And that is the reason why I've not shown his face, because I would definitely not have images of him on my YouTube without his parents' consent. So that's why it's just a short clip. And of course, this is him, and he's putting the ornaments wherever he chooses. Okay, and several were paired, and there were like three of the same ones, like identical. I tried to leave as much as I could. Some did fall off and had to be put back on while I was doing the other decorating. But yeah, so he was very helpful in this process. Okay, in this part of the video, I am making just some little bows. They're not really bows, it's like a loop with a little fishtail on it that I'm using to insert into some of the larger spaces or gaps that are in the tree. Right now, I'm just trying to size it and see what size I want to use for it. I do end up looping it and using some jute twine to tie it. And some people will use like pipe cleaners or something like that, something with a little stem on the back that they could use to insert it into the branches on the tree. And in this case, I did not. I just looped it and cut the little fishtail on the end and then inserted it into the gaps in the tree that where there were either no ornaments or just where the branches kind of left an opening there. Um, and I probably should have sped this part of the video up a little bit more, but it's just showing me cut it and then cut the fishtail and tie the jute twine on it. Now, one thing I did realize later that I did not get was me making the bow for the top of the tree. In my other video of my first solo date, you'll see where I mentioned this ribbon, and it's I don't know what it's called. I say it's like a little woodsy look, but it looks like it has a wooden texture to it, and I just added a red bow behind it to just kind of bring it out, because by itself it wasn't really showing real well with the green tree behind it, but the red kind of helped emphasize the woodsy ribbon, and I really liked how it turned out. And then, of course, I'm just adding a couple to the tree on camera um, before I start adding other decor. And when I add these to the tree, I don't necessarily put them straight up and down. I'll tilt them or angle them at different ways, just kind of like a bow would normally fall. And one thing I also did not record is you'll see the little, and I'm not sure of what they're called right away. I can't think of the name of them, but like in this image, you'll see the little red berry stems that I've already added to the tree. And what I have in my hand in this image is just, I'm not even sure what this is called, but you can get it in the floral departments of Hobby Lobby or Walmart or most places like that. And they come pretty long. And years ago, I had a pretty huge tree where these would have worked out perfectly. But in this case, this is my first year with what I call a skinny tree, and I love it, I'll say that. But I had to cut the ends of these a couple of times just to get it to fit right and not stick out the other side of the tree, and so that it could I could kind of lodge it down in there to where it would stay. And when I do this, I just kind of randomly place it. I do like them to come to the out of the tree. I'm not sure how to say it. I do like them to stick out of the tree about an inch or two, and it kind of gives it that fuller look along with the red berry stems that I've added on there. And this is actually the last step I take on decorating the actual tree. And the next part of the video is the end result, and it'll show basically just the complete decorating that I've done for the RV. Okay, so this is my entryway coming from the front door. This is a wreath I made several years back. My kids got me a scroll saw, and I had to do something with it, so I cut that. Wasn't the best, but it was my first try, and I like how it turned out. This is the tree that used to be a wreath that I formed into a tree, and you could probably put some balls or ornaments on it. I just left it open and put some battery powered lights on it. And these are just some little things my grandson added: a little gingerbread man, a little bear, and some little angels and the snowman to that one. And then, okay, so this is the tree. I ended up using just a black throw blanket for now because I don't want a huge tree skirt, and it worked out. It'll be covered with gifts soon. So I ended up just hanging my stockings with tacks along the side of the slide, and here's one of the slides. It's the only slide I decorated. I just put some of the green garland with the lights in it and put up some pine cones and just other little decor. That's just an ornament, but I liked it. It's kind of too big for my small tree now, so I used it as decor. And then this is the mantle that you saw me cleaning and dressing up. For the sign, it's an old chalkboard that my daughter was getting rid of, so I took it from her and I just hand wrote the letters on there. And it's not perfect, but I like how it turned out. It's simple. These are the trees I got from Ollie's. And then this is, of course, my mom, and in that little lantern, my sister made that, and I have some of my mom's ashes in there and some other stuff. And then this little ornament I actually got from that pack that I got from the Salvation Army thrift store. It was in that bag. It was on the video of my first solo date. That's one of the ornaments that came with it. And then these are the lamps that I just put the bows on. And then here are the handmade wooden trees. I don't know if you can really see them that well. And then I just added some garland. It's really not garland. It was just picks of this greenery. There's actually 3 picks in there. And I think I recorded where I stuck them on there. And then I just hung these 2 little ornaments for that side. And then on this side, the light's a little brighter. I don't know if it'll pick up, but more of the greenery, hung ornaments. And I was going to put that wreath on my door, but I kind of like it there. I set it there to get it out of the way while I was doing some other stuff, and it turned out I like it. This little tree is just one that I got from probably the dollar store or Walmart. I don't remember. And then here's the little houses that I got from the thrift store, and I repainted, and I actually stuck some parchment paper in there, and not the best. I'm not an artist, but I scribbled on some things for the windows and then stuck the battery powered lights underneath. And then these are the snowman. I've had them for quite a while. They're falling apart, but I still use them. And then, of course, that's the sign I removed off the wall. That was where the tree went. My son got it for me years ago. I'm going to still use it, but I'll be putting it in a different spot. Um, but anyway, here is my Christmas in the RV. So even though it's a small spot, small space, there's still ways to decorate and make it feel Christmassy. And I like it. I like how it turned out. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. Thank you so much. If you have any questions on anything or, well, anything, I've tried to do videos of the things that I have made or crafted along the way so that I could share that. But I'll try to tag it into the video at the end of this one so that if you do want to watch any of those, you can just click on that and see that. But I hope you guys have a great day and happy holidays to you. Thank you so much.